So, you're thinking about becoming an egg donor. That's a huge step. And when you start, you're not just filling out an application, you're actually opening a door to this really personal connection with a family. So, let's get right into it and figure out how to build a profile that shows off who you really are and helps you make that genuine human connection. It really all boils down to this one big question, right? It's kind of the heart of the whole journey. How in the world do you get a family you've never even met to trust you? Well, your profile is the very first answer to that question. And honestly, it might be the most important one. And you know what? The answer is actually pretty straightforward. It's all about your photos and your videos. These aren't just, boxes to check on a list. They're the tools that let intended parents see past the data on a page. They get to see your personality. And even better, they can start to imagine you being a part of their family's story. All right, let's kick things off with section 1, why first impressions matter. Because like we just said, this is so much more than just a profile. In the world of egg donation, that first impression, well, it can make all the difference. So what does a really great visual profile actually do? Well, a few really important things. First off, it helps intended parents connect with you on a real human level. And that trust, it makes the whole matching process way faster and more successful. It's also your big chance to show off what makes you, you. Maybe you're an amazing musician, or you've got some incredible academic achievements, or maybe you just have a really warm, friendly vibe. And when a profile really shines, it can sometimes even open the door to higher compensation because that connection is just so valuable. Okay, moving on to section 2, crafting your photo story. I love this subtitle, telling your story in pictures, because that is exactly what you're doing. You're not just uploading files, you're creating a narrative. So I want you to think about your photos like they're 5 chapters in a book about you. Each one shows off a different side of who you are. We've got lifestyle photos, childhood photos, pictures of your academic achievements, some nice clear headshots, and finally, a few full-body photos. Put them all together and you get a really complete picture. Chapter 1 is all about your lifestyle photos. This is where the fun really starts. Are you a painter? A hiker? Do you love to travel? Show it off. These are the photos that add so much color and depth, and they turn your profile from just a list of facts into a real window into your world. Okay, so childhood photos. You might be wondering, why these? And the reason is actually super important. It's not just about sharing cute baby pics. It's about building that trust. These photos give intended parents this crucial reassurance that your appearance is natural and that you haven't had major cosmetic work done. It's a huge piece of the puzzle for them. All right, we've got our photos lined up. Now for section 3, bringing your profile alive. And this is my favorite part. If photos are the chapters of your story, then video is the moment the main character, that's you, literally walks off the page and starts talking. And this breaks it down perfectly, right? Photos are amazing for showing the key facts, what you look like, what you've done. But video is where they can actually feel the warmth in your personality, hear your voice, and see your mannerisms. It's a whole different level of connection. Okay, so how long should this video be? You don't need to make a feature film here. The sweet spot is somewhere between 1 and 3 minutes. That's just enough time to share something meaningful without anyone's attention starting to wander. Keep it short and sweet. So, what do you even say? Look, just keep it simple and, most importantly, be yourself. Introduce yourself, maybe share a little bit about what you're passionate about or what your goals are. You could even touch on why you decided to become a donor. Really, the most important thing is to just speak from the heart with a bit of confidence and warmth. And that actually leads us perfectly into our next section, which is honestly the most important rule of all, the rules of authenticity. I really want you to remember this subtitle through this entire process. Real is always better than perfect. So what do we mean by authenticity? It just means showing up as your genuine self. Trust me, intended parents are not looking for a supermodel or a flawless social media influencer. They are looking for a real person. So that means using natural light, going easy on the makeup, and just letting your real smile shine. That's what people connect with. This little chart here is a great cheat sheet. The do's are all about making things clear and natural. Use high-res photos, find some good light. The don'ts are about avoiding anything that feels fake or distracting, like those heavy filters or a really noisy background in your video. It all comes back to being clear and genuine. Okay, let's wrap this up with our last section. We're going to do a little rapid-fire Q&A to cover some of the questions I know you're probably thinking about. Let's clear up some of those final details.
First question, do I have to submit a video? The short answer is not always. But, and this is a big but, it is highly preferred. A quick little video can make your profile so much more memorable and really help you stand out from the crowd.
Next up, those childhood photos again. Why are they such a big deal? Well, like we talked about, they have a really specific job. They help reassure intended parents that your features are natural. It's a key piece of building that foundation of trust. Okay, what about the main profile picture? The very first thing they see. Super simple. A recent, high-resolution headshot. Try to take it in natural light and, most importantly, just have a friendly, genuine smile. That's the perfect first impression. And the last big question, can I edit my photos or my video? Here's the deal. Small adjustments, like for brightness, are totally fine, but you definitely want to stay away from heavy filters or any major edits that change how you look. Remember that golden rule? Authenticity is key. Look, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Your profile is not a resume. It's not a list of your qualifications. I want you to think of it more like a visual handshake. It's your very first introduction, the first step toward building a real relationship that's based on trust. So that really just leaves one final question for you to think about. A little something to consider as you get started. It's an invitation to be thoughtful, to be authentic, and to be uniquely you. So, what story will your profile tell?